Nigerian accent now comes. Then after that, the jacket goes off. Then the tie, so when these things begin to happen, fear not. These are the signs that things are getting better. You know what I did? You know what I did? Oh man, yesterday I was working with one of my favorite companies, and I asked them, I said, do you know what I did? And people came with all sorts of academic explanations of what I could have done. Went back to the drawing board. All those things are academic. What did I do? I cried. You understand what I'm saying? And I was not crying, you know those Hollywood tears that you just put the handkerchief. They do not need motivational speakers. They self-started. Listen, I have never been invited to a gathering of CEOs to come and motivate them. Are you hearing? That a collection of CEOs motivate. No, you better motivate yourself. Alright? If you are still waiting for someone to motivate you, you need to learn how to motivate yourself and be a self-starter. And I have learned how to do that. Look, do you think it's every time I wake up at 2 o'clock that I want to get up? Sometimes I want to stay in bed. But I've learned how to motivate myself. One of the ways I motivate myself, I close my eyes and I think school fees. Then I jump up immediately. And then sometimes I think, and wife is costly business. All the men, isn't wife costly business? Support me now, whatever. That kind of thinking, negotiating, and your assertive rights. You must know your assertive rights and exercise them. All right? For instance, I tell people I have a right to be happy. I have a right to make decisions. I have a right to spend my money the way I want. I have a right. Is somebody hearing me? And I must learn how to negotiate my way to make sure I get my rights. I exercise my rights. I have a right to eat what I want. I have a right to stop eating when I'm full. Unlike what my mother made me believe when I was small. No, you have to finish that food. There are children in Africa who can't eat. I said, is it my food they're going to eat? How many of you have gone through that before? Now, this is so good. Business owners separate themselves from the business and don't take rejection personally. A friend of mine, he owed a lot of money. I think 50 million, a lot of money. When you owe that kind of money and the business he collected the money for, the thing had died. And the bank is on his case. Now, what do you do at that point in time? If you... That was good. I need to give you something. Let me give you something. Let me give you this one. Let me say that. It's called... You have that. What don't you have? How come you have only one of my books? Book or airtime? Because thou hast chosen wisely, I will not only give you a book, I will also give you airtime. My standard response is this. When you want to buy a car, you can buy a second-hand Volkswagen or you can buy a brand new Range Rover. In this industry, this is the Range Rover. Number one. Then number two, when you get to the Range Rover, the wrong question to ask, you don't ask, is it efficient with fuel? Because you are looking at the wrong car. Lift your hand and say, I'm the Range baby. You know it's your son. So because you have started something, you have taken what we have done, and you have used it, what we have talked about. How would you like to go to Rhino Watch? You would love to. So you will spend 2 days Rhino with your son, full board, and then you can write more. Because I can be there. When you wake up and you look out of your window, you see Mount Kenya, inspiration comes. So where's the voucher? shoes went on. Okay. So, fantastic. Congratulations. Somebody came from outside Nairobi.
Charlie.
Who? Please come. Everybody who came from outside Nairobi, come forward. Come. Don't you live in Westland? I'm only kidding. All these are from outside Nairobi. Kiambu. My dear. Okay, bye-bye. Okay. Sit down for a minute.
I come from Kajiado, and I'm glad to be here. It's my first time. We just decided with a friend of mine called Nelly, we invited ourselves, and we came in. Because we are initiators as entrepreneurs. I'm a teacher and a transformative teacher working with former street children. And I think where the transformation needs to begin is with the teachers and the staff. Because that's where we are putting down all our children and we are making them think they are not what they should be. That's why we need to take this post. Thank you.
Wow. So, do you have any of my books? You have none of my books. Please, I'm giving you a whole set of every book I have. Because if we can affect the teachers, we can affect so many people. All right?